Going back to this section 4.1 that's in front of you, you see where it says the university shall prepare and submit to the sponsor a written report summarizing in customary clinical format and detail the results of the work conducted under the study during such period. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. What do the words customary clinical format mean to you in your experience?
If you have an understanding of that term. An object is calling for speculation.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Written report summarizing in customary clinical format and detail the results of the work. Okay, so what's your question now?
I wanted to know what is your
Understanding
of that particular phrase, customary clinical format?
If you have one.
Yeah, definitely. There should be a report of what has happened. That customary means acceptable within the circles of scientific research, clinical research. That we, exactly what happened, what took place the past year. In detail, the results of the work conducted under the study during this period, yeah. It's
Okay.
clear.
So, right, but for the layperson, it might not be so clear. So when you have to break it down a little bit better, so when you say circles of scientific clinical research, you have to give me a few more examples of what that means. In other words, does it mean, do you have to detail, peri-implant bone and what the measurements of that are?
I bet you.
Those kinds
okay. You want me to explain? Are you asking me what does this mean to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want to say, and you can use the biggest words you want, and that's exactly what
Okay.
it means to you.
So basically, it means I have to report that answering the basic questions. We saw this patient, we did this. This is how we did it. This is the X-ray for it before. This is the X-ray for it after. The patient came back. We checked it. This is what we found after the first week, second week, third week, according to the protocol. This is what we found after 6 months. This is what we found after 12 months. This is exactly what we did in my ATSORP research.
Okay. And you said that according to the research protocol, would you be guided then by what you pointed out before in Exhibit B?
It is all there.
Okay. So all of the things that needed to be reported on are included in Exhibit B?
Correct.
In his estimation.
Well, yeah, we're getting his testimony, so it's his testimony that all of
Right,
things...
but you already had his testimony that he hadn't seen this provision before.
Dr. Abu-Ras, is it your testimony that a clinical trial report should contain the information indicated in the research protocol?
Absolutely. To be more specific, okay, I'm not an idiot. Let me answer it clearly. If you go to the study component, the document, okay, everything is written here should be in the report, okay, meaning if we go to 5, clinical assessment A, gingivitis, so we'll talk about the clinical assessment. It's all here.
Okay. Probing pocket depth should be included.
You should have basically described below are the clinical parameters which to be measured after each follow-up visit after the prosthesis installation. Preferably the same investigator should follow up. It has week 1, week 6, week 24, week 36, 48, and 60 months of, all those dates. Then you talk about gingivitis, and then you talk about pocket depth, then you talk about bleeding index, then you talk about mobility, then you talk about whatever. And this is, I think, why we have this is now the study, the molecular study. Yeah.
You're talking about the microbiological
Yes,
examination?
right. I think this Again, I really do not know whether this was done for every patient or only 11. I really do not know.
You're talking specifically
Because
about...
I left, you remember, I left after that.
Correct. But just so the record is clear, you're talking about the microbiological examination.
Item E,
Okay.
Talking about the microbiological.
Item E. Microbiological studies. Item E. Okay. Dr. Aburas, when you're reading this document, could you go a little bit slower because he was a little crazy. I think he got it.
No, he was talking at the same time you were talking.
Okay, that's okay.
That's why.
Okay, so if you flip beyond the microbiological studies we were just referring to,
Yes.
and you get to a section called dysfunctional tests, adverse experiences. Do you see that one?
Yes.
Okay, and then it's got the page after that, schedule of investigational events to be documented in case record forms. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what that section involves.
Objection vague, overbroad.
This is the protocol and how the patient is processed before, during, and after.
Okay, so that's the component of what you were telling me about before. Should be included in a report. Have you seen, in this case, the clinical trial reports that were submitted to the sponsor, Sargon Enterprises, Inc., by USC?
Have I seen any reports?
Yes.
No.